Right.
That's right, Miss Nilu!
Beat the bad guy!
Make him eat
You two. We aren't getting into a fight. But thank you for your encouraging words. I'll do my best. Well said back there, Nilu. I felt that I might have said a bit too much. Anyway, Mr. Zubair.
It won't be I have meticulously managed that. I did all of that to protect our... Yes, I know. But anyone who's staying at the theater is... If I can't even protect the members of the theater from outside pressure, then I have failed. In summary, you need sufficient confidence and strict adherence to the rules. As long as you double down on that point and force them to concede...
All right, got it.
I've seen many situations. While you prepare for the debate, I will also, once you're done chatting, do me a favor and tell our customers that we're canceling all of our shows.
Do we really have to?
Right now, no one's in the right frame of mind to perform. I have to consider both our staff and our customers. This is the only way. Nilu, you are incredible. With your talent and youth, you had the least to lose out of all of us. And
I've never thought about leaving your theater, Mr. Zubair. I truly love this place, and I want to keep dancing here. I also want to keep dancing with everyone else.
You're becoming more and more like her. Do your best. We'll do all that we can, and leave the rest to fate.
Her? My teacher. She was an excellent dancer.
Inaya was right. It wasn't out of... After all, I'd be a terrible... She knows better than...
If we have time later, I'd be happy to tell you more about her.
No one is allowed...
Watch out, Mr. Bear!
I didn't expect you all to challenge the academia. That reminded me of my younger years. Back then, I feared nothing and no one, and I was always charging into the most dangerous of places. I can't do things like that anymore, but those were some of the best times of my life.
Sorry. If the theater really ends up getting demolished, then you, Soren, and Abi will all...
It's all right. There's no need to think such heavy thoughts. Even if the building gets demolished, its people will still all be here. Have faith in the resilience of an adventurer. We can always figure something out.
But won't you have regrets if things just come to an abrupt end? It'd be like when you were forced to stop adventuring.
Ah, so that's what you were worrying about. Relax. I've had a lot of experience with regret. Things are painful at first, but as they say, time heals all wounds. Look at us now. Serene and Abi are happy. And Serene has also just passed his theater exam. He can start acting soon. He was thrilled because he can soon perform on the same stage as you. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for our past struggles. And would Serene have...
Are you trying to make us feel better?
Yes, but I truly do mean what I say. Being here at the theater has taught me an important lesson. The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it. I can choose to believe that my life ended with my husband's death. Or I can choose to believe that it was a blessing in disguise for Serene and Abi. Similarly, even if this theater disappears, a new beginning might just be around the corner. Good and bad are all human-made concepts. It all depends on how we choose to see things.
You have a point.
Nilu, I know how important Zubair Theater is to you. But you don't have to be so nervous. We're all here with you. The theater won't go down so easily.
Thank you, Miss Raykar.
No need to thank me. If anything, you inspired me with your bravery. You might have what it takes to become an excellent adventurer.
You're too kind. All right, I gotta cheer up. I can't waste everyone's words of encouragement. I feel a lot better.
Good.
When the day comes, I'll get... If anything goes... I can't...
Inaya was right. It wasn't out of... After all, I'd be a terrible... She knows better.
Just notify the...
To talk to him.
So, you've already developed some prejudices against me. And to think, I was just about to put forward a suggestion.
Oh, Paimon will listen to that.
Although, I know not if you have a new answer to my previous question. Now seems like an appropriate time to revisit it. What do you think is the meaning of art?
Oh, this again? We probably do need to tackle this question if we want to prove the value of the arts. I don't know how to explain it, but all I know is that when my performance makes the audience happy, I also become very happy. Does that count as a meaning? You answered him so seriously. Careful, Nilou. This guy's ramblings never make any sense.
No. Nilou's answer far surpasses yours. And it is close to my own. The meaning of art comes not from its creators, but from its audience. In other words, only art that can be appreciated by others will impart its essence and value upon the minds of its audience. This is something that the academia can never understand. I once pursued the mastery of art, much like how a researcher would chase wisdom and knowledge. However, the more of a connoisseur I became, the less I felt I understood. I began to question what it truly meant for art to be understood at all. I found that I could comprehend even the most complex and sophisticated of works, and yet somehow that provided me with little solace. I remained even perplexed about this conundrum until I visited this theater and watched one of Nilu's performances.
It was that life-changing?
Everyone here had a joyous part in the overall experience. The actors upon the stage basked in the love of their audience, while those in the house immersed themselves in the wondrous ambiance. In all honesty, from a purely critical...
Hey, don't say something like that.
But what bewildered me was how, despite the performance's middling quality, they captivated their whole audience. They captivated even me. I realized then that I had walked the wrong road. The mastery of art was never what I truly wanted. I left the so-called frontiers of artistic research and came to this theater, for this is where I can finally find what I seek. Art will no longer be a castle in the sky. Whether it be inspiring or entertaining, art must be appreciated by others to confer value. If art cannot accomplish that, then it is meaningless.
When you put it that way... Mr. Zubair and I refused to follow the Academia's orders to change our shows for a similar reason. To put it simply, we were afraid that our shows would lose their meaning if people couldn't understand them.
I once stood in the spotlight, but I relinquished fame and acclaim for the freedom I enjoy today. I care not for where my feet may take me next, but Nilu, you need to remember one thing. You already stand upon the finest stage there is, and that is a rare gift that should never be taken for granted. You cannot give it up, not even to the Academia.
I understand. Thank you for your words of encouragement, Mr. Kasani.
Dust the cobwebs away from the eyes of those scholars.
He really seemed to care a lot about the theater.
Once you get to know him, you'll realize that he's actually a big softy at heart. He'll even help out with furniture repair and painting the stage.
Wow. Paimon didn't think he had that in him at all.
You're here. Is the theater actually closing?
He's been worried sick for a while now. He wouldn't stop talking the whole way back.
Hey, you two.
What exactly happened? Did someone come down from the academia?
Yes. He told us that we have to shut down the theater within 30 days, and that it's going to be demolished.
What the heck? That came with no warning.
They're messing with us again.
Don't tell me you'll have to listen to him.
Come on. You know the answer to that.
Yeah, it is a direct order from the academia.
There's no need to worry, though. I'm preparing for a public debate with the academia. If I win, we might be able to overturn things and change their minds.
Really? That's terrific. You have my full support, no doubt about that.
Mine too. So what was their excuse anyway? They still not a fan of the theater's programs?
Yeah, something like that.
Good thing they have the power to make rash decisions about things they don't even understand, huh?
Yeah, they need to touch more grass, not books.
Exactly. They want to look down on us? Ha! We'll look down on them first.
Don't worry. Everyone here has your back. The academia's recklessness won't get them any praise.
Right. They might think that some forms of knowledge are more valuable than others, but everyone can equally appreciate art. If they don't believe that, send them my way. I got them beat on this subject.
Maybe you can prepare some questions on the details of dance performance to make things harder for them at the debate.
Sounds like a good idea. Maybe that's something I should do.
Ignore him. He's joking. Just do things your way. No matter what, we will always support you.
Thank you all so much. Your understanding and support make me feel a lot better.
There are always more solutions than problems. If you need help during the debate, just shout and the entire Grand Bazaar will be at your beck and call.
Gotta show them who has the people's support.
I feel like the pieces are starting to fall into place. Let's head back to the theater and organize our thoughts.
Sounds good. Inaya should also be back soon.
Abby, have you seen Miss Inaya?
No, Miss Nilu. Miss Inaya isn't back yet. Wasn't she just passing on a message? Did she...
Traveler, Paimon, I think I've messed up. What if Inaya never planned to come back?
What?
It's just a gut feeling, but knowing her, she probably thinks that all of this happened because she was staying here.
Oh, right. As soon as her father showed up, she said that her father was targeting her. So she's felt like that this whole time.
She has a long-standing conflict with her father. She doesn't think that we can win the debate, and she doesn't want to implicate us. So she thought leaving was the best thing to do.
And then she just quietly left afterward.
Exactly. She's being too pessimistic. How will you... Anyway, first things first.
But where should we start?
I think I might know. Look, before I brought her to if she has nowhere else...
Then let's go take...
Yes! were signs that someone had stayed here.
But we can't confirm if it was Inaya or not. Let's take a look around first. Did you hear that?
I heard it too. Let's investigate.
It sounds like we're getting closer. The voice is coming from over there.
Yes, we're almost there.
Stay back!
It's Inaya! She's being attacked by wild animals!
Hinaya, don't be scared! We're coming to help! Yeah!
Written in the stars.
Thank you. There weren't so many big animals in this area before. They chased after me for a long time. Sorry. I'm causing trouble for you again.
Why did you leave by yourself? You really don't think we have a chance at winning the debate?
No. I just thought it would take too much effort. Everything happened because of me. If I'm gone, then the situation will resolve itself.
Yeah! Everyone's working together towards a happier ending. No one should be singled out for blame.
It's all right if it's me. As long as the theater won't get demolished. You guys are the kindest people I've ever met. You shouldn't suffer so much because of me.
Listen to me, Inaya. Even if you were the reason that all of this happened, no one would blame you. Mr. Zubair said that you're one of us, so that means we will protect you. No matter what happens, we'll stand as one.
Nilu, there will always be a victim. Whether it's me or the theater. You can't eat your cake and have it too. You can't win a debate against the academia. Especially since your opponent will be my father. My father is an extremely demanding man. He's always wanted me to become an exceptional researcher and his academic successor. I tried my best to meet his expectations and did everything I could. But he still wasn't satisfied. Or rather, he had just never been satisfied with me. I'm no genius. But whenever he berated me, it was always as if he was asking me, why aren't you a genius? Yeah, like I'd know.
So that's why you ran away from home?
At first, I thought the father would slowly come to terms with reality. But he just wouldn't stop berating me. For one exam, I earned the 3rd highest score. I thought that I even used the embroidery skills I learned at school to make a commemorative gift for him. I thought, even this daughter can make her father happy sometimes.
I see.
Yeah, I was tired of him yelling, but he would. You think you should be proud of third place? I forgot how long I'd cried for. I only remember. They argued for such a long time. I've completely given up. We're destined to never understand each other.
How horrible!
I don't think you can beat him in a debate. Because he doesn't even understand. What kind of place it... He can never understand the he just wants everything to happen according to his wishes. What we cherish.
It sounds like your past has had a...
I understand now, Inaya. But when we were
Art must first be appreciated by others to confer value.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everything checks out. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No form of art is inherently superior.
The most important thing about an experience is how you choose to interpret it.
Miss Raykar has gone through a lot in her life. Although she ran into misfortune, it led her down a new path in life. She told me that the most important thing about an experience... I can sympathize with your unhappiness at home, but after you ran away, you ended up at the theater and became one of us. Those unhappy experiences allowed you to... Don't let your past suffering keep you from the new life.
Oh.
Let the past stay in the past.
When I ran away from home, I swore that I would... But you're right. All I'm doing now is...
Maybe you'll disappoint him, but that doesn't matter. Don't let go of the answer you've worked so hard to...
That's right. If we put our heads together, there's bound to be...
You're right. I'm not trying to meet his expectations. I can't afford to lose anything more. We have to win. The debate will not only protect Zubair Theater, but also allow me to settle things with Father.
That's the spirit!
Let's go. I know him very well. Even if he looks down on us, I know how to make him accept.
All right, let's go.
Well, I'm off.
Okay, looking forward to your good news. That should be everything. I'm not sure why, but I'm getting nervous.
You were great, Nilu! Talk like that during...
Thanks for that, but I still feel like it'll be an uphill battle. I need to be calmer, cooler. Yeah. I'm acting as everyone... Huh? What's left?
Huh? What a strange question. Isn't a theater just...
Wait. You're not asking what the theater does, but what it is. Let me think.
The most important thing about an experience is... The most important thing about...
Art must first be appreciated by others.
Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Everyone is free to appreciate art. No. Inaya really wants to win. Ah! Got it. When we were trying to find a way to save the theater, we heard many stories not of the theater. Zubair Theater is our reason for coming together. It connects us all in unique ways. In other words, it's like a bond.
A bond?
The theater provides money for Miss Raykar and her children, inspiration for Mr. Kasani, and enjoyment for the people of the Great Pacific. It also gives you... And its story won't end here, and we'll all be there, aside from the...
Yeah, that makes... But Paimon doesn't see how this will help in the debate. Oh, gotcha! No matter how strong an opponent is...
I feel like that's another prong in our attack.
Paimon also feels...
Sorry for the wait. Things went a lot more smoothly than I expected. It didn't take long. Why are you all smiling so much?
We realized that your dad might not be as...
We just finished our prep. We have to win. No, we will win, Inaya.
In the blink of an eye, it's already debate time! We did a lot of preparations with Nilu. Hopefully they were helpful.
Hello and welcome, everyone. I am Safwan. I swear to judge. I ask for both parties to stand. May the Dendro Archon all...
Since you so desperate... You may have misunderstood us from the outset. However, the truth is that the Academia... Therefore, the works they consume should all... We have failed to identify these qualities. In other words, instead of struggling against the Academia in Zubair Theater would not be today facing such a tragic fate.
Aggressive from the get-go. He's really putting on the pressure. Can Nilu stand her ground?
Calm down, Nilu. He said that we were shut down not because the Academia looks down on the arts, but rather because our shows aren't up to their standards.
The most important thing about an experience is how...
Mr. Zubair has been meticulous.
Art must first be appreciated by others.
Don't think that would... Everyone is free to appreciate art. No, Inaya really wants to win. The theater carries everyone's feelings. And sir, don't think that... Don't think that... Don't think that... Don't think that... Everyone is free to appreciate art. In your eyes, our shows can't meet the Academia's expectations. Shouldn't it be the audience who decides if a show is intellectual or enlightening? Why is someone from the Academia judging that? Also, I believe that there is no such thing as a wiser or more enlightening performance. Art doesn't discriminate, and it appeals to all. Everyone has the right to appreciate art.
Appreciation is but a primitive form of satisfaction. Guidance and enlightenment are necessary if we are to induce growth in the This stance, if all performance nurturing the populace is...
He changed the topic without batting an eye. If I remember correctly...
The most important thing... No. The most important thing...
Art must first...
Someone at our theater has tried that before. He was a famed artist, but he recognized that very few people could... I agree that art should be enlightening, but we can't pursue that goal by creating complicated works. If a work can't tap into an audience's personal experiences or feelings, what's the point of performing a show that its audience can't even follow? That would only be forcing people to watch something they don't like.
You can only reach that conclusion.
In that case, before passing judgment, you should first become a better...
You tell them, Nilu.
Looks like he's backed himself into a corner.
As the party holding the burden of proof, likewise, the definition that Nilu put forth is but her personal opinion. Neither party is the victor for this Additionally, I must request that both parties exercise greater control...
Keep it up, Nilu! You're doing great!
In that case, I shall speak of more concrete matters. The essence of this issue is that you have violated the law, so you must now pay the price for your transgression. This course of action is also completely procedurally sound. We have already contacted Zubair. However, you have consciously ignored our warnings. Or perhaps...
That is indeed so, according to the laws decreed.
He started talking about procedural stuff. Mr. Zubair has been meticulously managing the theater. Mr. Zubair has already provided signed copies of all documentation related to our operations. Everything is perfectly filled out and valid. Although the theater's performances don't align with the Academia's requests, the law doesn't. Demolition notices need failing to follow these rules.
Yeah! That's right!
There are different ways to apply the rules. There is precedent for this. So long as this matter is discussed within the Academia, this course of action will come to pass.
Looking at the past 27 cases of similar nature, 90% of them support Sharif's claim and position. However, the demolition process in those cases was only started after discussion at the Academia. In other words, premature notice of demolition is indeed a rash act.
That's more than enough. We've proven that the order is unreasonable as it currently stands.
Cease your futile resistance.
Nilu's definitely won this point, right? You're right. Stay focused, Nilu.
Even if permission for demolition has yet to be obtained, it is a fact that your performances violated the Academia's policies on numerous occasions. Based on that fact, we can permanently revoke your right to perform in Sumeru.
Under the current system, it is indeed possible to immediately revoke Zubair Theater's performing rights.
That's a thing?
Rather than protecting Zubair Theater, I surmise that your true intention is to maintain your hold over your audience and their patronage as your source of income. Without them, Zubair Theater is nothing more than an empty building. And without its performances, the theater has nothing else of value.
What you said isn't true at all.
Keep it cool, Nilu!
Right. I need to keep calm just a little more. Everyone is free to appreciate art. Inaya really wants to win. The theater carries everyone's feelings. Zubair Theater isn't simply a performance venue to us. Miss Raykar can't go on adventures anymore. But she has found a stable career. Her son, Sorin, has already passed his theater exam, and he'll soon be our newest Mr. Kasani found a new way to look at art. Mr. Farhad and Mr. Hush, even Inaya wants to stay with us. And she's starting to look forward to a new future. Zubair Theater exists for them. For every single one of us.
Perhaps Zubair Theater has provided you with a multitude of positive emotions and experiences. However, you have misconstrued something, young miss. The interpersonal relationships you speak of were established upon normal theater operations. Sheikh Zubair operates the theater for his livelihood. His employees work for their wages, and the audience comes to enjoy performances. Relationships are merely a byproduct in this exchange of interests. They may be pleasant and captivating, but they can only ever be secondary. When scholars collaborate to solve difficult problems, we freely share our knowledge and resources with one another as if we were all kin. However, this collaboration ends after the results of our work are published. The reason is...
He really doesn't think much of relationships.
Sharif's argument is the continuance of the interpersonal relationships Nilu spoke of remains hypothetical before the theater's demolition, whereas the situation that Sharif described has been well documented at the Academia. The Academia has made significant academic contributions, in no small part due to its researchers' efficiency and ability to compartmentalize.
Oh no, what should we do? Things are going in the opposite direction. A setup?
Good. He said what he said. The next argument could decide, but... is this really the best? She already agreed to this. She wants... Mr. Sharif believes that interpersonal relationships are a byproduct of working to... Then, if someone has failed to live up to his expectations...
If someone has failed to live up to your expectations and ran away from home, then she shouldn't be your daughter anymore.
Inaya...
Sorry, Nilu. As expected, I should be the one... If in your eyes, the purpose of my existence is to become... By your logic, that means there is no more
Members of the audience who do not belong to either debate...
Let her speak. What she does not say
No matter how many disagreements we've had, you're so immersed in your own world, you can't understand why we come together for the sake of...
Yeah, don't look...
You can watch a dance anywhere, but there's only one Zubair theater.
I'm almost starting to feel sorry for this guy, what with...
Order! Order! Members of the audience, do not interrupt debate proceedings.
I confess that this is the final argument we had prepared. Disown me, and you will win the debate. But before that, Father, I have some final words to say. I've been doing some soul-searching. Not about whether I should have run away from home, but whether there was any point to my I kept trying to earn your approval. That is to say, I was exerting pressure on you, and hoping you'd give up, but by doing that, I won't force my expectations upon you anymore. I will move on from my family troubles and strive towards my new goal. But if you dare to harm this place, then I will stand with my friends here and fight against you.
This is not the time to space out, Sharif. The debate is still underway.
You already consider them to be your friends.
You should be asking us that question!
Of course we are!
Miss Inaya is a really good friend.
It was a bit of a process, but we won her over.
Make no mistake. All those who come to Zubair Theater become one of us. We will always be with her.
Such puerile simplicity. However, it is surprisingly a relief.
Wait, what are you... never mind.
They left?
Does that mean we've won?
We won?
Nilou, you're amazing!
I relaxed for a moment and I feel a little faint. It looks like he still has a place for her in his heart.
Terrific work, Nilou and Anaya. They likely won't cause any more trouble for us.
Didn't know you could get so fierce. I have a lot of newfound respect for you two.
This really took a lot out of me, though. I don't ever want to do this again.
Both Miss Nilou and Miss Inaya were so cool!
Should we throw a second round of celebrations?
Oh, it's you. Yes, I feel a lot better. The more I think back on everything, the more surreal it all feels. I don't think I could repeat what I did a second time. Yes, and it's all thanks to you. I see. You mean how fate brought me to the theater, right?